So, episode 7 of the 3D Controversy podcast. Bam, we're live. Okay, so on Instagram, we've been having a few comments, a few little bit of discussions about what we should talk about this week. And the first one, which I want to mention, is Shamima Begum. That's a terrible pronunciation, but have you heard about that? You two?
Never heard about it.
I've heard of Jemima, like syrup.
Yep. Okay.
That's Aunt Jemima, you idiot.
That's what I said.
You definitely didn't say that. All right. So this girl, she's from the UK, and she left to join ISIS when she was 15. And she just came back recently, and she's been having loads of interviews like, "Oh, I need to come back, and I want to come back and stuff." And there's a famous quote from her, and it literally says, "I haven't done anything to be a threat to this country apart from join ISIS."
Jesus.
That seems like some sound logic to me. I don't know how you can argue with her.
Is this the girl that was like one of 3 girls at like age 15, 16 from the same school that joined ISIS?
She's not from America, though. Are you talking about the American ones?
Girls joined ISIS, and I think this one is the pregnant, like had a kid and is trying to get away from her husband or something, who was in ISIS, or her husband was killed in ISIS.
I don't know. All I know is the moral of the story is don't join ISIS.
Seems logical.
You heard it here first. Don't do it.
Groundbreaking stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, make sure when you tell everybody this advice that you quote us.
Yeah, exactly.
Join ISIS.
You heard it here first. All right. What else do we have to talk about? Any good news come up this week?
I think we had another Instagram comment.
Which was
we have 2 more, but we have the from Logant _90 wanted us to or mention the Jesse Smollett story.
What was that?
And that the what show was he on? Was it Empire?
No clue.
And I don't know how long ago it's been, but a few months ago, I would say, he got targeted, beat up. They called it a hate crime, all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was only like a few weeks ago, if not.
He did a hate crime, or someone did a hate crime on him?
Someone did it on him, but it ended up coming out that he hired the guys to beat him up.
What?
Yeah, it was like some actor got mugged by these 2 people, and apparently he paid him to do it.
That is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. That's crazy though.
He was selling it as a hate crime, as a racist crime, because he's black. But
I feel like people do that all the time. It's not even just like right wing or left wing people too. Did you see those? This is an old YouTube channel. I can't remember who did it, but that guy who was going around and putting like, Donald Trump cars, and remember that?
No.
Okay, so this guy, he had a YouTube channel, and it was like a prank channel, but he's very like political too, and he'd do stuff like, he had this one prank where he brought out a car, and it was full of like Donald Trump and vote for Trump stickers, and he paid all these black people to like go and smash it up and be like, "Oh look, they hate the right wingers" and stuff like that. So that shit happens all the time, and it's so annoying. That's like the worst thing. Because as soon as it came out, like someone was videoing it, and the guy was like, "Hey, go and smash these cars," and like handing out baseball bats and stuff, and like paid all the actors.
Dang,
yeah,
that's
so
wild.
Somebody, I think his name was Jacob Wall or something, just got arrested for creating fake Instagram and Twitter accounts to help sway social media to vote for Trump in 2020. And he just got arrested for it.
Why did he get arrested there? What's
wrong
with that?
Well, I think I don't know why he got arrested. I just saw the headline, and I think he was a political, I don't know, he helped on like a candidacy or something for Trump or something. I don't know.
I would have to
It's
He
look
was in
into
a
that
position
because I
to
don't.
where like if he had done what he did, it would be considered like immoral and illegal.
What's his name again? I'll have to look him up later.
Jacob, and then I think his last name was like Wohl.
that is surreal though. People buying followers and stuff like that on social media. Like that's gonna be more and more of a problem in the future. I feel like
Looks like
because
Jacob Wohl.
Twitter's just suspended him. I
Oh,
don't think
Twitter.
that he's.
I thought he said it was arrested. Yeah,
No,
but
they've permanently suspended him.
if you get those videos and those tweets and stuff like viral and trending, they genuinely affect people's opinions.
Yeah, I was just surprised that they would actually take him to jail for it. Like I was gonna,
they didn't take him to jail. He's
Yeah,
in
'cause
Twitter jail, just as
yeah.
just as bad.
Yeah,
Shout out our
terrible.
Twitter at 3D Controversy.
Yep, some
Hey, very nice company man right there.
Right,
get a promotion.
got to get that promo.
Nice. So, what have you been up to this weekend? Anything interesting?
Hey, let's not forget about Buster Bergman's
Oh
topic
yeah,
to
we
talk
still got
about.
one more Instagram comment.
Yeah, and he mentioned how people can't figure out how to keep their mouth shut, which I would also like to know the answer to that question.
It's a good question. Well, he cannot keep his mouth shut by commenting all over Instagram posts. So yeah,
Can't.
shut the fuck up, you.
Buster
I think that
Bergman just
answers
got
it.
roasted.
Yeah,
Just
get out of it.
maybe if you shut the fuck up, everybody else will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gypsy.
All right. So, what have you been up to this weekend? Anything interesting? You sit,
Um,
drink wine, and play on the Xbox.
Played FIFA a lot.
Yep, that's very interesting.
nothing beats FIFA, you know.
This is why we have a podcast, because we really have these deep insights into the world, because all we do is sit on the sofa and play Xbox every day.
Hey,
I would say that I went to
I'm
church, but our podcast host has informed me I'm not allowed to talk about that.
No, this isn't the religion podcast. One day when we get big enough, we'll release the 3D religion podcast, and you can talk about all this stuff. You can give your preachers, but right now,
I'll talk about how I worship the old gods of ancient Greece.
yeah, exactly. But no,
Hey.
this is not 3D religion hour, religion corner.
It's 3D controversy.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of random shit.
We should talk
But
about conspiracies. We never talked about that.
True. Okay, 9/11. That is my favorite
Inside
conspiracy
job.
theory, and I don't
Bush
even
knew.
need to do any research because I know all this shit off the top of my head. It's spooky.
that's some pretty big talk. You better be able to back it up.
So okay, but before I get into my weird like details and stuff, do you believe 9/11 conspiracy theory? Not conspiracy theory.
Which conspiracy theory? Like that Bush knew?
He, maybe not
Yeah,
Bush because I feel like he's maybe
Somebody
not at the
knew.
forefront of the government, but
Yeah,
yeah,
somebody knew.
they knew.
I think somebody probably knew somewhere.
we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cheney was the one pulling all the strings in the Bush presidency, so I would say he knew.
Wasn't
And
there
he
a whole
made.
movie about that recently?
I think so, actually, but I had read something a long time ago about that. I don't know, maybe that's based off the book, but that's always been one of my theories, though.
Okay, so here's some random things that I've heard about 9/11, which could or could not be true because I wasn't there, and no offense to anyone,
Thankfully.
but I just think it's spooky because how like firstly the air traffic control. I feel like they would see these planes coming from a mile away, and they'd call it out because they have control over every plane around New York.
Well, what would
Right.
that do though?
You could call in the fighter jets to come get them.
Okay, but by the time the fighter jets got there, those planes are already hitting the
So
towers.
by the time the fighter jets got from New York Newark Airport to
That's
Manhattan,
about a minute. That's maybe a minute for the plane to get there.
yeah,
Fighter jets, I don't know.
I want to hear everything he's got to say, and then I'm gonna throw
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
no, I want to hear your comments because I can keep going on these few points. But yeah, what's your response to that one? Because I feel like they would immediately notify people, hey, there's a plane going. You know, even if you only got a couple of minutes to be like, there's something happening. Why wouldn't they have
Well,
warned?
see, the thing is, according to reports, they were terrorists on the plane already, and then they got up. Like it wasn't. They didn't know right when the plane took off that people were gonna hijack it.
Yeah, I know
No,
that.
but Henry's saying like it's en route to the Twin Towers.
Yeah,
Like that's
that's
clearly not where
very
the
off
plane was
course.
gonna go.
You know,
Well, I'm saying oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Well,
when a
either
plane would
way,
get anywhere near New York, they'd go, "Hey, what are you doing? When do you want to come in?" When you get anywhere near, so hmm,
hmm, I don't know. I
hmm.
still don't think they had enough time to react.
See,
So
I
yeah,
would have to do more research on that particular thing, but
Yeah.
I would kind of agree with. I don't know. It depends on where the plane was coming from. I see that that's something that I don't really remember. Like, did it take off
Yeah.
in Georgia and or Florida and was it supposed to go to Texas? Or was it?
No, I think all the planes were either taking off from New York or about to land.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I think that they were close vicinity to where it happened. So I think that's kind of tough to. That's pretty quick split second decision making, and you know, I mean that's we were in first grade when that happened, but
Yeah,
I
just
just
about.
remember it being pretty lax on airport security and stuff like
mhm.
that back then. So
I
Okay.
remember my mom coming and getting me when it happened from like
Here's
first grade.
yeah,
here's
same.
I don't remember it to be honest, but here's another little bit of information. Do you know that in like the 1930s, 40s, that a big jet plane crashed into the Empire State Building, and that didn't even leave a mark. It was just like, oh, okay, see ya. So
And
how could
what year is this?
the
Yeah.
1940s, which admittedly planes were lighter, but you still think it would make a huge impact. And if it, because the building collapsed, people say that, oh, the steel beams melted and stuff like that, whereas that is jet fuel. So, that's another,
I don't really. I mean, it's
that,
2001 when it happened.
but that's another
1940. That's
example
60
of,
years of technological advances.
yeah, exactly. So you think that those buildings would be a lot safer because the Empire State Building was built in like the 1890s. So
I feel like you're just making the argument against yourself.
I'm not. I'm saying that this Empire State Building, which is way worse built, could withstand a plane attack, whereas these newer twin towers couldn't.
I mean, but the plane is newer as well, you know?
Yeah, but the fact that it has satellite navigation shouldn't mean that it could destroy a building.
No, but they're made with different, I mean,
I
it's
don't
Lighter
just made different.
materials.
I don't
Why
know. I
does?
see where Henry's coming from. He's saying if a worse built building could take a plane, why couldn't a better built building take the same plane? Or
Yeah,
close.
Okay, I just follow you now.
and they're built with lighter materials these days. Admittedly, they carry more, so they're probably similar weight. But why can't it? You know, you think that that will be able to withstand it.
Um,
I don't know. The
Spooky.
planes back then were probably going 100 miles an hour. These were probably going 400. That probably plays a big part.
Yep.
so then you say that it was what? A controlled explosion or?
I don't know, but you've seen those videos where all those little things go off. It's a little bit spooky. You've seen those conspiracy theory videos.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was asking because I remember that, but
Mhm. I don't know.
What's another conspiracy theory?
Oh, yeah, we're only just getting started on
Oh, we're just
9/11.
getting
Yeah.
started.
So
Okay.
So
I'm
literally, we
wanting
could
to hear.
we could do like a
I
fucking
mean,
Keep going.
we could
well,
do a
that's what I wanted.
we could
No,
do a
so
5-part series on random shit I have heard on like YouTube channels and slightly pieced together about 9/11. Here's another one, for
now
example.
hold up. Before we move on, though, you got to tell me how you think the building came down, though.
Controlled explosions is my guess.
So you don't think it was a missile?
Nope.
A
Okay,
missile.
like from the plane, perhaps, or
Because again, this is through like random conspiracy theory videos that I have watched, but I have heard that there was loads of maintenance going on the past couple of weeks before. So
Well, there's also like there was like 3,000 people that were supposed to be in the building had something random happen to them where they weren't in the building.
yeah, I heard
So
about
like
that too.
maybe somebody would be like, "We'll save most of them, but we got to kill a few thousand to keep
I don't
Bush
know though.
presidency."
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell me that people wouldn't have noticed somebody putting a bomb into the building.
Would you notice?
Well, yeah,
Would you
would
be
I
you
noticed
mean,
at
that
your
shit?
place of work?
I
I
wouldn't
mean, I
be.
feel like you would though,
If there's
because
maintenance, this is a huge skyscraper. This isn't just like a dinky warehouse. This is huge skyscraper. There's millions of people coming in and out of that.
yeah, but I feel like,
It's
I mean,
literally
it's
the
not
World
just
Trade Center.
it's not just something that you just hold on, let me go put some tape on the wall and stick this battery pack on there. I mean, that takes some work, you
But
know. I mean,
there was
There's
probably
there's
10
innards to the
floors with
buildings.
nobody.
There's
and
innards to
plus,
the
I mean,
buildings.
and you have to do that not just on one floor. That's multiple floors that you have to do it for. I mean, that's a lot of work that would go into it. And
That's
that's a lot of explosives that you would have needed to do.
They're
it's
terrorists.
true.
That's their only thing. They have nothing else to do.
So you're saying, well, see, that's the thing. Are you saying terrorists did it or it was an inside job?
Either way,
I'm saying it
they
was an
have
inside job.
resources to do it.
I think that it would have took two. That's a lot. That's just a lot. I don't think that that's.
And yeah, back to Will's point, which is another point I've vaguely heard, is that the person who owned the building, he took out like terrorism insurance a couple of weeks before the explosions went off. So
Terrorism insurance doesn't sound like a thing.
Yeah, I was about to
yeah,
say.
well, insurance on the building, but he added the terrorism payments to his package. And yeah, there's
I
insurance for
don't think
everything.
people are like be like, "Oh, that building's gonna get hit by a plane. Let's put terrorism insurance on it."
Yeah, there is. You can get. You remember all those door-to-door salespeople where it's like, oh, flooding or stuff like that. There's
Yeah,
insurance.
flooding and terrorism aren't on the same level.
When you know how many skyscrapers do we own?
I mean, that doesn't change the point that terrorism is a thing people insure for.
Mm, well, I don't know, but I guess they do. It would make sense too. You want to insure for everything.
That's like insuring for an asteroid to hit your car.
No, it's not because okay, and also the person who owns the building, he wasn't there on the day, and also his daughter and his son, who also worked in the building, were off doing random things that day. Like one of them had an emergency doctor, and the other was decided to go and have lunch at the same time, and the other had like a tennis game.
Hmm.
So
That could just
Interesting.
be chalked up to it. Just wasn't their time.
All right.
maybe.
I thought
God
we
had
said avoid the
God
religion.
God had other plans for him.
Okay, save this for the 3D religion podcast coming to with your solo host Spencer Walker.
Wearing
Oh
his halo, loud and proud.
yeah,
The first 15 minutes are just psalms.
yeah, hymns. You can
Hymns.
have full hymn books.
Yep.
I hope everyone's printed out their hymn books. Please send to page 33. It'll be
Yeah.
sweet.
We'll
It'll be great.
take some viewer callers. What song would you like to sing this week?
Yeah,
Jesus loves me. This
Okay,
I
okay, okay,
know.
okay. All right. So my weekend, pretty
Whoa,
boring.
you got more conspiracies with this or no?
Nope.
So that's all you
all she
have.
wrote. That's all she wrote.
So
My weekend.
basically, okay, never mind. Keep going.
We were going downtown Friday night. Everyone else was drinking beer because they're losers.
Where did you go downtown at?
Just downtown, downtown. We went downtown. Everyone else was drinking beer. I was on the tequila, and I
You're
drink.
Mexican.
Yeah, let's see. And I drank a boatload of tequila, and I was wasted, and everyone else was pretty sober. It was fantastic for me, anyway.
Did you end up in a bush this time?
Nope.
Or lost a shoe in a river.
Yeah. Maybe get picked up by your boyfriend hitchhiker.
Yeah. Have we
Get a
told
ride
these
from the
stories on
cops.
Okay. Have we told these stories on the podcast? I don't think so.
We have. It was one of our first
Yeah.
It was like
episodes.
the first
Episode
episode.
1. I can't remember what exactly drunk stories we told on that one.
It's a wonder
That was
you
pretty much
remember
it.
the stories at all.
Yeah. I don't know. So, do you do anything interesting?
Um,
Join ISIS?
I went downtown as well, actually,
Did you?
but it was pretty fun, but not as exciting as yours because I was pulling DD status or
Mm,
pulling DD duties. I mean, so
Rough.
good guy, Spencer.
I do what I can when I can.
Yep,
Which I
so,
mean, I don't really, I kind of got burned out on drinking anyway, so it's not really that big a deal to me anymore.
yeah, you can talk about it more in the 3D religion podcast.
Listen, when you read the Bible,
Right, shut the
it
fuck up.
talks about.
All right. Beep. That's me hitting the shut up button.
Yep,
I-
we need that. We
I've
need
been
that.
muted. I've been
We need
muted.
that to be a real thing. Right, what about you? Will do anything interesting?
Got high as balls and went to Arby's at like 2 a.m.
Hey, I don't think I've ever been to.
That's about all.
I don't think I've ever
Dang.
been to Arby's in my life.
Oh, you've probably never been high then.
Yeah, that is true. But and
Me
also,
neither.
But I don't think I did anything this week. Just played FIFA.
yes, I haven't been to KFC in years either. Speaking of random fast food,
Oh, I went to
Bro,
a women's collegiate soccer game this weekend.
I thought he was
nice.
gonna say he went to a women's KFC.
Yeah, all women.
That sounds even better. Women and fried chicken, my two favorite things.
Can't forget the mashed potatoes and gravy though.
Is it good, KFC?
No,
Yes, it is.
6
But
out of 10.
I feel like it's type, Spencer. You know what I mean? It fits you as a person.
KFC is delicious.
It's the food of rednecks.
I mean, I don't think it's rednecks that it's the food for.
I don't know.
Ah,
They used to have this thing, Henry. They used to have this thing called I think it was called the double stack or whatever. And instead of having bread, the bread was a chicken, like the chicken that comes in Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
yeah.
That was the bread. It was two pieces of chicken, and in the inside was cheese and bacon. So it was two fried pieces of or chicken with cheese and bacon in the middle.
That is why we're all going to die at the age of 40. Maybe that's a good thing, though. China will take over. They'll do everything.
It is a good thing because you know where we'll be in heaven.
think we should call this podcast.
Good podcast. That was pretty good.
Yeah. If you wanna listen a little bit more, follow us on social media.
Make sure to drop your favorite comments. Or no, let me change that back. Make sure to drop your favorite scriptures on the Instagram page 3D underscore controversy underscore podcast.
And then hit me up at Twitter at 3D Controversy. Send all your nudes my way.
Boys and girls.
Yeah.
All are welcome.
Whatever you identify as.
Yeah, I was gonna put a
Chicks
disclaimer
with
on
dicks, I'm okay with.
that. Okay. Definitely ending now. Alright. See ya.
Peace.